Well, hello, hello. Am I live? I think I am live. Let's confirm with the second computer. Yep. It says I'm live, so that's good. All right. Let's start this YouTube stream. I know that this is a very random stream. It wasn't expected. It wasn't planned. I just I was just running my trains and relaxing, and I thought, hey, why not? Hi, Greg. Glad to see you here. This was, yeah, a surprise for myself. I was honestly browsing YouTube, not finding anything interesting, and running my trains in the background, and I thought, why not? This seems like something to do, right? So, I thought maybe if it's boring for me, it's boring for someone else. Maybe not, and I decided to pop up and say hello to anyone who wanted to join me. So, glad to see you here, and it won't be anything long. It won't be anything super exciting or eventful. But we will just, it's just a chat and running trains. Hi, Caboose. Glad to see you as well. I did some work on the layout today that is visible somewhat to these cameras, and I also that was recorded for the channel later this week. And also, I did some off-camera work because sometimes I just want to enjoy the hobby for my not for myself, but filming videos and editing is a lot of work, and sometimes I just want to enjoy the hobby for what it is, relaxing time. So I did a DCC conversion for another locomotive that is not on camera right now, but we will absolutely run it later today. And I hope people enjoy that locomotive. Wound up with an interesting morning at a yard sale. Picked up 2 boxes of trains for $90. They were under a tornado threat here in Western Mass. Well, I hope you are safe. You and your family are safe with this threat. This is to me something I can and can't understand. We don't have tornadoes where I live, but I was recently under a forest fire threat. So I understand like the emergency situation, but I don't understand the tornado specifically. But that is a good score. $90 for 2 boxes. I probably should go out for yard sale runs more often. So yeah, I decided to run some trains with you guys, and we will see what happens. I cannot work on the mountain tonight because it's currently drying for the work I've done. What I can though is simply talk and show you what I've done, and maybe add more characters to cabooses because I actually genuinely enjoy doing that. It's not enjoying putting them on, but I enjoy seeing someone ride the caboose. It makes them feel useful. Was over at 8:30. Oh, okay, good for you. So yeah, this is actually just a chill stream for people who wanted to come and chat. Just a second, I'll be right back. I am now realizing that I did not put music on. Do you guys want the music in the background or do you not? Do you prefer just the silent and train running? Music is good. Perfect. We'll add the music. Rhythm box. YouTube playlist. I know I downloaded more song, but on the wrong computer, so my playlist is still the usual short. I will make sure there's no feedback loop. There shouldn't be, and I hope you guys can still hear me. Yep. Perfect. So, I got a brand new CSX-8C and other, wow, locomotives including that deal. That is some brand new rolling stock including that deal. That is actually crazy. I really need to do more, more yard sale runs. Come on. I'm a bad driver. Oh my god, I had it. Right now I'm running DC. Hi, Kevin. Yeah, so as I was saying earlier, I was not planning on doing this at all. I was literally just hanging out, running my trains quietly. Hi, Drew. And I decided, why not? I mean, I thought it was a quiet, I wouldn't say boring, but I didn't find anything interesting right now. So I just went ahead and decided to go live for fun, seeing if anyone wanted to join me. And turns out people did. So I'm glad I did. Thank you for coming. If you're asking me where I live in northern New Brunswick, so there's not as many yard sales with model trains, but there's not as many yard sales just in itself. Let's start there. Oh, that's okay. But I still should go have a look. I'm wondering if I can control the truck well enough to go around the whole loop. I don't think I have the driving skill, especially with the steering not being progressive. It's a turn or not turning thing. It's kind of hard to stay on track and to do minor correction like that, because it's a button that's on or off, or turning or not turning. Oh boy, that S-bend might be problematic. No, almost. Shoot. Hey, that's up. Oh, I don't want to follow my trains. Like so. In that part, I have to go off the track because it won't do the jump. Oh boy. Does it fit? Yes, it does. I just need to set myself better. There you go. So a full circle is possible. There you go. So sorry about that. I still haven't bought the better USB adapter, and I touched the wires, so it became flaky. That's my fault. I really need to buy that. Whoops. Oh. Yeah. Whoops. Whoops again. So yeah, I just wanted to have a little bit of fun and do something a little different. So, hi Jeff. Not much. Just decided to run some trains. I thought I'd share it and do, you know, a live stream instead of just being quiet at home. So I thought, why not? So, anything interesting happened to any of you guys? Other than the, whoops, one camera froze. Is it the only one that froze? So that one's fine, that one's fine. This one's fine. Alright, just that one. Is it back? It should be back. Yep, it is. Perfect. This one's still there. One's still there. They're all still there. Nice, and my voice still there. I have not actually. Last I heard was in the last live stream here. I know he's still in Nova Scotia, but he did not message me to let me know if he was able to do a detour, because I'm not actually on his drive. I checked Google Map. I'm about I'm about an hour or two extra if he does a detour towards my end of the province, so I haven't heard from him if he's coming or not. I mean, he's on vacation with his wife, so I understand if she or even if he would prefer not to deal with people like me. I'm a little bit of an oddball, so I would get it. So if he does want to come, he's absolutely invited. But if he doesn't, especially his schedule is pretty tight still, I assume, because it's a planned vacation, and I'm also working full time, so that might be difficult to meet. So like, I understand if we're not able to meet up. I hope so, but I understand. Hi, fan of trains. First time here, I'm thinking. Happy to have you. So yeah, no news from Dave, but I'm sure he'll turn up or he'll message me at some point. Worst case scenario, he's unable to come and we see him on a live stream. So you know, it happens. But yeah, I haven't heard from him, but I'm sure he's doing well. I hope he's having a good vacation. He and his wife are hard workers, and might sounds weird, but now that I'm experiencing what running a YouTube channel is, he's doing a lot of hard work. I haven't done any YouTube stuff the entire week because of my day job making me too tired or too busy for this. So this is absolutely a full-time job, and I understand why he's busy like he is. So I don't like my face being so low. I'll just this goes over. There you go. So all right, so let's see what's happening in general. If you guys have any guys or gals, I don't know who exactly is here. If anyone has any request to run a specific train, go for it. I just really like running this DC engine, this beauty of an engine. It's just incredibly good looking. Rapido did a fantastic job, so I couldn't be happier. And oh, Jeff posted an update. I will go watch that video right after I'm done with my stream. But yeah, I thought, why not? And if any of you has a request for a train, I don't have anything specific. I don't have any limitation as to DC or DCC. Just keep in mind, I mostly have Canadian stuff and Burlington Northern. So shoot your shot if you have something in mind, and I'll try to make it happen. I'll make it happen if I have it in my collection. It's not a big collection, but it's big enough to be called a collection, I would say. Oh, I dropped the car. Is everything still working? Cameras there are still working. Yep. Everything's still there. Nice. I should add to my wish list a better USB hub. Amazon. USB. Powered USB hub 3.0. That looks like what I'm looking for. TP Link does some great stuff. Ugreen does some good stuff. Okay. Data and charging. This is the one I need. it needs to be externally powered, but it also needs to transport data. Powered USB hub. So add to wish list, and as soon as I can get it for myself, I will buy it. Oh boy. Update on Hi Rebel, by the way. Update on Dave. He replied to my my last post on his Facebook group 2 hours ago, so he's alive. If anyone was wondering, that would be my my latest update from him. Alright, so this is there. Where's my phone? I had a phone at one point. Apparently not this point. There it is. Well, hello, hello, hello. What day it is? Is it? It's Saturday. I was bored and I was running my trains and I thought, why not? So, everyone was wondering if we had any news from you, Dave. Here you are. You can say your news. Kevin said earlier, I have been cutting wood from my bench work. Oh, so it's coming. You're doing it. You're doing your layout. I want some pictures at some point. We seem to have very similar tastes in layout, so I'd be very, very interested in watching it. Getting some pictures or anything. Just, you know, getting up to date on this. So, alright, I just need to add to my wish list the... So, well, we arrive at our hotel in Halifax and it's closed for renovation. What? They didn't tell you before? That is actually mind-boggling. That's something they should have told you or given you a heads up so you can reserve somewhere else. How are you supposed? That is. This is only phase 1, the 2 end modules. So, it's still something. It's still a start. I'm very interested. You don't have to. I don't want to push you. I'm just saying. It sounds interesting, and since we have similar tastes and thoughts about your layouts, I thought it would be nice. Book through Expedia. They sorted out eventually. Okay. Well, I hope you have a decent place to sleep. You have a good room right now. That is yeah, that is unfortunate. I kind of can't wait for your next stream so that you can tell it all of us. Well, maybe not all. Maybe you don't want to put it on stream, but I'm curious to hear the story. So I wanted to answer the person on your Facebook group that commented that asked me how. I just want to make sure that they know it's such a simple thing. It's not so the marker lights are super simple. They're just annoying because the wires are insanely thin and very, very long. But after breaking in the new VL locomotive, you have to break in the locomotive. You know, it's you need to. I mean, aren't all Canadian nutter very nut rebel? That's what it is. But yeah, you need to do that. My pals are coastline goofballs. I feel like I'm one of them. Not your pal, but a coastline goofball. I also live on the coastline, so technically I am. When they heard I liked Tim Horton, they actually sent me end cans of the stuff. Oh, the big cans of the coffee grinds, I'm betting. Those are good, but it never tastes the same as the burnt one with the smoke ashes of the person who made it in the store. There's a special thing about the roughness of the people working there because it's a very rough job. Poor people. Oh man. I also had, I think I'm gonna make myself another one. Since I can't sleep when I drink regular coffee, I had a decaf tonight. I have a can also of decaf. I think I should make myself another one for tonight. It was really good. Put some hazelnut cream in it just because it was a dessert coffee. That was a good call. How much do you miss your trains, Dave? It's been a week now that you've been away from your layout. It must have been hard. Last time I went away for a while from my layout, I ended up watching my own videos to watch my own trains. I know, I'm a real nut job. Also, there was a beautiful historical train store there. It was the oldest train addiction is a serious matter, you know. Yes, it is. It also is the reason why when I travel, I need to stop at a hobby shop. But there used to be the oldest hobby shop in Canada in Halifax, and it closed down last summer. Not even seen a rail train today. I saw your post on Facebook, and I was so sad for you that you didn't get to see a NB Southern engine. There's a channel, I'm gonna send the link in the chat right now, that is chasing NB Southern, and they're beautiful. But yeah, there was a hobby shop. It closed last summer. What I will say is that there is another hobby shop in Halifax that is a diving equipment store that has model trains. I've never been to. I've only seen it on the Facebook group for the area for New Brunswick. Yeah, Nautilus Hobbies. Well, Rebel, are you in that area? Are you close to me? So Nautilus Hobbies is present. The prices I've seen on Facebook from them seems a little on the higher side, but it's better than nothing if you wanted to go to a train shop. If not, well, I mean, I get it. Again, as I said earlier, when they were asking if I had any news, I was like, nope, I don't. I understand you're on a trip with your wife, and you probably, while you missed your trains, I understand you probably have a packed schedule, and you just want to relax and have some quality time with your wife. I would do the same if I went on a trip with my girlfriend. So if you want to, I can send you details to the store, but if you don't, enjoy your time. But I will send in the chat, actually, not just for you, but for everyone here. I think it's worth mentioning a small YouTuber that does great work about what I consider beautiful trains, but I'm very skewed because they're local to me, and they are a small branch line, which I usually like. I enjoy smaller railroads. No particular reason, it just so happens. And locals are more special. I haven't done any painting ever of trains, of model trains. Well, real trains. I haven't done painting of real trains either. But if I ever do one, I'm gonna paint an SD40-2 in black, because there used to be a local railroad that got bought up by CN, and they had a beautiful SD40 all black with the name on the side and like one stripe on it. I really want a model of it. I just thought it was a beautiful one. So now I need to find the channel that had the videos for the NV Southern. I have pursued. We can detour to your town, but it might be in the middle of the day, Thursday or Friday. So you, depending on what time, I will be at work until 4:30 my time. I can get out after. I can try to work from home, so that you could, we could at least meet up. But if you arrive early in, like around noon, we could go out to eat. If you are doing simply some touristy stuff in my town at during the afternoon, we can meet afterwards, and I can show you my layout, the local stuff. I don't know, just send me a message on Facebook. I'll arrange something. I'm sure I can arrange something. And I wish I could take time off of work, but being I work at a school and this is the start of the school year, it's the busiest time, so it's really hard to get time off. I'll do my best. I can't make any promises, just to let you know. So yeah, this is what it is. So let's find the trains, the person that chases trains in southern New Brunswick. I'm following a lot of people on YouTube, more than I thought. Okay. No worries, Dave. And again, if it doesn't happen, I'm sorry. I really want to accommodate you. life is life is busy. I think everyone knows that. regardless of what you're doing. NB Southern. I can't find in my subscribers. No way. Is it this person? They actually had one of their engines attached on the CP Rail Christmas train because CP Rail had to use their rails. Is it this person? I think so, but I'm not sure. Monsters along the rails. Yep, it's this person. So I'm gonna... I think it is. Seems like it. Well, it says I'm not subscribed, so maybe not. No, it's not. Well, I'm still gonna send this channel because it seems great. Oh yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Alright, so... Control V. And so... unsolicited publicity for that person. I don't know them. I have no idea who they are. I found their videos a while back. I watch them periodically. Like, sometimes I feel like it, sometimes I don't. They are chasing railroads in southern New Brunswick, doing beautiful work, very nice camera angles, lots of CN, lots of NB Southern, a bit of Via Rail, and a bit of... no, it's just patch jobs for CN. But if anyone's interested in watching real trains, drop a like and a subscribe on it. I was subscribed, but it did one of those things where YouTube unsubscribes you because you don't interact enough. I hate when YouTube does that. But I can't control that, so this is what it is. Also, I just wanted to Wasabi's close tomorrow, of course. Yeah. I mean, it was I unfortunately I wish I could help you since oh no, it's not really on your way. It's another detour. I don't think you'll manage to do 2 detours with your wife for the other hobby shop. And it's also off time. It's off. It's technically not open when you'd be coming out. Never mind. I mean, you could contact Holly Demand Sidetracks. He lives near Halifax. He might be able to give you some better, how do I say this? He might be some more accurate localization of what's happening where. I think it would be a nice person to contact. Hi Tim. Well, I'm glad you're here. I hope the race was fun. This was just a impromptu live stream. I'm still doing my live stream on Monday night, by the way. I'm not changing that yet. I am thinking of maybe moving it to Saturday nights in general. It's just a thought. I'm just thinking out loud right now. Don't think of this as an announcement, just more of me talking to you guys. Simply because of work. Monday nights, if I'm done late, it's hard to go to work the next day. So Saturday nights, I have my Sundays off. I was thinking of moving it to Saturday nights for that reason. So, and it would allow me to watch James live streams because he's such a nice person. And he does some good content as well. I just want to encourage him. So, not official. We will see how it goes. Tonight was impromptu. We're still having our Monday night live streams, so that's not changing. But and that for now. But yeah, so I don't need a hobby shop. I have more than enough. Oh, nice. Well, you know what, Dave? Maybe you could do that later. With the amount of stuff that you've accumulated and the amount of shopping you're doing in every model train show, you could open a used train hobby shop and sell stuff online and in person. Could be an extra revenue for the channel, and you could present your material, and we could all see the work you've done on the trains to know what we're getting into. So, you know, always an option. Or are you saying you have more than enough because your wife is near you? Blink twice if that's the case. So, we will run a different train. Don't get me wrong, I love this one, but I just thought, why not? Like I said, I converted, which I posted on Facebook, another locomotive to DCC. A childhood locomotive. This one is old enough to drink in most provinces, being an 18-year-old locomotive. This is the same as Dave. The Walters train line GP9M from, well, Walters. This little CN engine has been with me for, as I said, 18 years. I recently, no, mine, all mine, okay, just a suggestion. This was an engine I got as a gift from my mother, and I recently started detailing it to like Dave. Actually, I didn't even think of this, but the way he detailed it was really nice, so I did. So that's why there is, I'm trying to show you, the painted handrails and painted stairs. And today, not today actually, last night I did the DCC conversion. I put another type of decoders and I absolutely love them. I will show you one of them. Where is it? Up there it is. I bought two and only used one. The second one will be in another conversion. This one was not filmed on the other room with her own TV. The big upgrade for the inconvenience. Oh, well, that's good. At least there's that. So I got these decoders. Digitrax DN130PS. I'll put it on another camera. It's going to be easier to see. These Digitrax 136PS. These are just as small as the Lays decoders. And the... okay, for the kits. These are just as small as the Lays. They're not much more expensive, but they are Digitrax, so you have the warranty with them. I got this one specifically for $30 plus tax at OVR, so that was nice. I know it, like I said, it's a few dollars more than the Lays, but they're available at OVR and they're Digitrax instead of Lays. So from now on, these will be my decoders of choice. I find Digitrax decoders easier to program and smoother than the Lays DCC. I don't think the $6 difference is worth the $6 saving of the Lays are worth. This is worth the $6 extra. They are 3 functions, so headlight, taillight, and one other light function. Not a lot, but most of my conversion, I don't have a lot of functions to run anyway, so that's perfect. 1 amp sustain, 1.5 amp peak for the motor, 0.5 amp for all the lights, and it just works. So definitely my new recommendation. Just got a message, website purchases are suspended. Right. They are designed for both HO and N. They don't have a specific scale because both are run from the same power. And like I said, they are as small, if not smaller, than the... I'll put my thumb beside my fat thumb beside it. Than the Lays ones. And they actually have the plug on them, so you can unplug them like the regular ones. So this is nice. They have the regular 8-pin plug, so you can just plug it in the engines that have the 8-pin plug for DCC ready stuff. But let's face it, I'll probably never use that pin. Most of my trains that I have them converting are not DCC ready, so there's that. But yeah, these are my new recommendation. They support N-scale. Digitrax has an even smaller decoder that does not have the pin that works for, that has a 2 amp peak and 1 amp sustain, that has only one function for headlights, I guess, but that fits in Z scale, but can also work with N and HO scale. I almost bought it because it was $25, but I decided to go against it and get this one instead because I wanted the 3 functions. Knowing that I wanted forward, reverse, and auxiliary light. So far I did, as you may have seen on Dave's Facebook group, the locomotive, the lights on them. I only sent a picture. I didn't send more. I put marker lights on it, which are tapped into the forward and reverse lights. They're not extra auxiliary lights. So, hi from New Zealand. Nice. Can't see the controller. I didn't mean to show the controller. Or you mean the decoder? Because this is the decoder. But yeah, this is the decoder I've been adding. I will stop this train and put on the new locomotive because I want to show you. I just want to show everyone that it worked, and it works great. I had to find a loco with enough height to use the 8-pin plug. Yeah, that's also a thing. You should see how crammed I put all the wires and the decoder inside the nose of that GP9M. I'm glad I did not film it because it's not pretty. It works great. It closes, but it's not a pretty sight. It just works. So TCT, just pulling the decoder out will not make it work. It'll actually cut all the power out. You will need to have a blank plug that makes it work into DC, or remove the plug and just solder some wire together, because the decoders, the power goes for the decoder first before the motor, so if you unplug it, it won't connect to each other. So just keep that in mind. I will actually move the whole train on the outside lane so I can run my new, well, not new locomotive, and not even new to me. It's my old locomotive, actually my oldest in my possession. Not oldest in age, but oldest that I owned it. Well, yeah. Like so, and I have to remove that loco because that's a DC locomotive, so I don't want it to buzz on the DCC power. I need more sidings that are wired and switched, because this is slightly annoying. Let's run it this way. I'll put a few cars behind. So DCC mode, loco 4497, and power to track. I will put a few cars behind. Alright. I don't know how well you guys see, well right now you don't see it, but how well you guys will see the marker lights. Because now I'm realizing there's only one camera that's going to face. But we will try. We'll still enjoy running this train. Don't worry about it. I'm enjoying it. I'll pick these two cars as well. Yes, I also did the traditional momentum setting for stopping because I like the the progressive slowdown, just like Dave. I do understand his. Oh, I knocked off my truck. What the hell? How did that happen? How did this screw just rip out of the? Okay, so I'm not gonna put this car right away. I'm gonna put another one, and we're gonna do some train repairs live. Nice. And here I thought I'd be just running trains tonight. Let's put the caboose. We will take the caboose out later because I want to add someone riding the caboose. I genuinely enjoy that. But now we need to fix the truck on that car. Of course, it's a car that has a load that is removable, so we'll have to do that. What brand is your big boy, by the way, Dave? I can't seem to remember. I know you don't have it with you, so you can't check if you don't remember either, which is also very much of a possibility. But I'm curious if you do remember. I lost my caboose. Well, it's gonna get pushed at one point. I'll pick it up when it comes back. It happens. Some people lose their mind, some people lose their caboose. I'd rather lose my caboose than my mind. Wow, that screw hole is stripped. I might need some a different screw. Just don't have a lot of spares of that size. I don't want to put a big wood screw in there because that's not what it. I don't want to ruin anything. Okay, that seems fine. I think I heard it grab. Mine's also a Riva Rossi. Oh, nice. Riva Rossi. Whatever. Oh, I will show you the marker lights right now. I'll get it closer so you guys can see it properly. So it's not bright, but that's on purpose because it's just a detail. And on camera it seems to be the same color both ways, but it's very much white right now. Well, it's a warm white, which the headlight not being that's interesting, Dave. But yeah, the marker lights are warm white and the headlight is bright white. I may change the headlight later. For now, this works. Uh, I'm just very happy that I have marker lights, especially that now that they are there are two colors. So let's add this car on. And let's add the caboose for a lap. Then we'll take it off to add someone riding it. Like I said, I just think it adds a lot to the caboose. It makes it more alive. The lights would also be great, but I have yet to have ordered some metal wheels. So So the next DCC conversion will be my Burlington Northern U-boat, my B30-7. Red Bull, that's one. I have been leaning towards the warm whites recently. I wish they did a temperature between bright white and warm white. I also agree with you. Like, I'm looking at both side by side right now on the head of the engine. The warm white are nicer and more realistic, but they're a little too yellow for me. Meanwhile, the headlight, the bright white, is very much bright and bluey, which is too blue for the... So yeah, I very much agree with you. But at least I have something that works, so I'm okay with it. I'm just gonna go grab... I forgot what I was about to grab, so never mind. Oh! I'll actually be right back. I'll go make myself another cup of coffee, and I'll be right back. Wow. Yes, I agree with you, Rebel. My current passenger train, what is it called? My Amtrak that I have in N scale, that we've seen multiple times on my 2x4 layout. That one has bright white LEDs in the cabs. Being modern passenger cars, I'm very happy with the bright whites, and I don't want to replace those. Those are one spot that they do absolutely have their place. So I'll be right back. I'll go make myself a I was about to say tasteless coffee, but a decaf coffee. Give me a second. I'm back. Let's see what I missed. Of course, you guys have the best conversation when I'm always when I'm away. So, I use those acrylic paint pens. I tried painting the bright white bulbs with yellow paint. Sort of works. I'd be curious. Did you use translucent kind? Not translucent. Acrylic. What I'm looking for? Running. I use translucent green and red for my coaches and locomotive. Oh, that sounds good. I'm missing my dog and my trains. Oh, and my children. At least your children's are grown up, so you know they're fine on their own. Your dog and your trains, they need you. they're your children, your younger children, I guess. I'm painting a landscape in acrylic as we speak. I've been painting in oils for 10 years, so I decided to try acrylic. Pump out some pieces to sell. That sounds nice. Is pretty sure Cooper got everything secured. Cooper has been sleeping on my son's bed. Might need to another puppy when we get home. Oh, is your son going to steal your Cooper away? David, Director of Institutional Development. Oh, not a puppy, but a kitty. If anyone wants a kitty update. Oh, I have this little gray fur ball that I very much love and very much loves me. The black and white cat that I had in one of my videos a year ago unfortunately passed away last year. But we got this little fur ball at the animal shelter. He was found deep in the woods, abandoned there, all scuffed up and attacked actually by a bigger animal. So he's a fighter, he's a survivor, and since he's my gray fur ball, we call him Dusty. So a great little boy. He doesn't get on the train table. He's looking at them, but doesn't bother with them. And that's my boy. Let's see how many people I lose saying that I love my cat. A lot of people are not cat people. But he's great. Can't wait to add that sound decoder to the CNW look. Yeah, that's going to be great. It's going to be a great video when you come back. Hi, James. He, Mr. Scott, are you home yet? I think, Mr. Scott, people are missing you. It's not just not you that misses your train. People in general. I wouldn't go that far. TCT. I know some cats are more difficult to handle than others. This one's just a lover that just wants cuddles and nothing else. But some cats are more difficult than others. So I can see if you had a bad experience with one, but this one's nothing but cuddle, so he's as easy as it gets. Hi, Russ. I am James. Oh, by the way, this is not official. This is just me thinking out loud. I might be moving my streams from Monday nights to Saturday nights. I'm still doing one this Monday night and for probably most of September, but with work and everything, I'm thinking of moving it to Saturday night so I can sleep on the Sunday. And that would allow me to watch your streams, James. So, yeah, just as an FYI, it's not a competing for view thing. It's purely because I want to watch and encourage you. So, if that works, and again, Saturday night seems to be actually more convenient for me. So this Monday is going to be a live stream for sure, but after that, I think I'm going to... I don't even know if I'll finish... if I'll keep doing Monday nights on in September. Saturday nights are convenient. Simply because I don't work on Monday. Well, on Sunday, sorry. I work on Mondays, but not on Sundays. Oh, you want to get off? Alright, you can get off if you want. Well, you are. I'm not. Live streams are a great way to grow your subscriber base. They are and they aren't. Maybe my streams are not great, or I'm just bad at promoting them, but I actually get more subscribers out of regular videos than actually shorts. Shorts get me the most subscribers. Videos are more for my so from my latest stats, my regular videos are the best for my recurring viewers, so mostly you guys. My live streams are my most... I don't like the words loyal fans, because that's not the word, but my most passionate viewers, train passionate. And then there's the more casual viewers, which would be my YouTube shorts, and that is why I do all three. My favorite of the three is definitely live streams. It's more interactive, and I can do exactly what the people want to see, and I know exactly what the people want to see. The easiest is definitely YouTube Shorts, but it's so impersonal and so algorithm based. You'd never know how a video is going to perform because it's purely random with the algorithm. And for the regular videos, well, they're the most work, but they're also the best way to do quality work. So I guess. Oh, yeah, Rust, less expensive. So TCT, I got 10,000 subs from premieres of one court trial instead of live streaming. I pre-recorded the vid and then commented live with people. I mean, that would work. Unfortunately, a lot more people are interested in court trials than they are in model trains. So I am not expecting anyone to. I don't expect 10,000 YouTube subscribers in one stream or one premiere. Very different YouTube world, the model train world, versus the court world. Dave is fighting for 10,000, and I really hope that people subscribe to him. I don't know if anyone here is not subscribed to him. I'll actually put his link just in case to go subscribe to the man. The man, the myth, the legend, the Dave. He indirectly inspired me to start YouTube. He never told me directly, but he basically said why not, and actually promoted me the first few times to get my first 100, and since then I've been trying to grow myself, just because I do believe that you should work for your stuff. So but at the same time, there's no harm in promoting a friend of yours that has been good to you. You'll see. So if by any chance you're here but you're not on Dave's channel, go see his stuff. Great layout, great rolling stock, in progress rolling stock, and great, very funny guy. Also, a lot of mistakes. He also has a very nice what is it called? Very nice road system that he built. So, and also he has a Facebook group and a Discord. I have a Discord, but I don't have a Facebook group. If someone asks me, I can create a Facebook group, but although I'm not super active on Discord, I'm still more likely to be active on Discord. I actively have to remind myself to go on Facebook for Dave's group, and it's not because of Dave, it's because I'm not on Facebook often enough. So I can, but I'm not. Thank you, TCT. If you like model trains, I'm sure you'll love it. And Dave, it's one more towards your 10,000. Jeff, hi. I've been getting the bullet train going on the track pretty fast. Nice. I did see your video with the bullet train. I'm very happy you got one. It's really nice. What brand is yours? Because that looks like the Series 0, but the vestibules are as close as my Series 100, and the Kato Series 0 I saw had a huge gap. So going to try live in afternoon in a few weeks just to run trains. That's gonna be nice, James. Is your wife sharing of the driving, Dave? No, I'm not a good passenger. That's fair. Knowing yourself is always a good thing. Yeah, Kato. Then why are all the ones I saw not like that? You got lucky. Yours is nicer than mine. It's a 1985 bullet train HO. Never seen it run since the 90s. So, I'm gonna sound dumb. What is a gantry? I feel like I should know this, but I don't recognize the word. I'm gonna Google it actually. Gantry. Image. Wow. For cameras? A gantry crane for cameras? That's gonna be epic. Nice. Can't wait to see, this is gonna be so nice. Think crane. Yep, thank you guys. I'm going to be. I can't wait to see that as well, Jeff. 1984 train. Okay. That's so. All right. Is it N scale? Yes, Jeff. Well, I said yes for him. I think the one I saw was an N scale. I'm assuming that's the one. Is mine out or is it in its box? TCT adapter. I mean, it's a Kato, so it's already a good start. I'm assuming that's an autocorrect, Jeff, and you mean N scale as well. No slots. I can try to get them going, but it wasn't fully working earlier today. I've set up the track to where I want it, but I have not secured some of the joints, so support structure is. That makes sense. That's gonna be cool. Lights and buildings always looks great, Jeff. Move 8 over the layout. That's gonna be really nice. So, the slot car, Russ, the track is not clean, so when I tried to run it earlier, it just wasn't moving. And the track is not fully secured. We can try, but I would not put my hopes too high. if I were you. Again, we'll try. It costs me nothing to try, and it may make you happy. I just don't want you to be disappointed if it doesn't work. We're gonna have to use the... Oh boy. It's not looking promising, honestly. And I'm floored right now, it's just not going. So, I don't think we'll have any slots until I clean everything. Sorry. Sorry, Russ. I wish I could, but it's just not cooperating right now. No, it just won't cooperate. We got something. I'm floored right now and it's not moving, so unfortunately it's not working. I really need to clean the track, like a good thorough cleaning. This camera is still connected. Hello. This camera is still working. Alright. Get your loco to push the action cam around. Then put an N scale overlay. Well, Jeff, you should run them as well. No, put a decent action cam on a wagon. You won't. Yeah, I don't have any camera small enough for either scale. My smallest camera is my phone, and everything else are wired webcam. So that's not happening for me. I could do what Dave did with the when he cut open a boxcar, which he rarely uses, but it's pretty nice. A GoPro on a flat car also works great if your tunnel clearances are good enough for width or height. I know Darren at Canadian Locomotive Logistics has a very fancy system that people can use. Oh, I saw that, Rebel. He programmed the full wheel. It was a. I don't think it was a big boy, but it was something with two sets of powered wheels, and he would do wheel slip on only one of them. I think I have an idea. Do something similar to Dave, but instead of cutting open a boxcar, whoever said the gondola, it's Jeff. Yep. I could make a mount, like build a mount that holds the phone up in the gondola, so I wouldn't have to cut anything. That's not a bad idea. Thank you, Jeff. That's actually a really good idea. PRR T1 duplex. Yep, that's the one. Just recorded and played back during a stream. Yeah. I want to be authentic. Unless I'm saying, hey, look at this video. I don't want to do pre-recorded stuff in a live stream. Oh, I understand they sell stuff, but I'm trying to buy less and use what I have, so that's the idea, Russ. Yeah, exactly, Dave. And even if they wouldn't, I know it wouldn't be authentic, so unless I'm saying it, I don't want to do it. But you do have, but Dave's setup that he has with the cut open boxcar, you can do that live because it's a phone which has Wi-Fi, just like half of your cameras are phones with Wi-Fi. Also, I know this isn't news anymore, but I'm still very happy about the lighting. The image is so much clearer and the colors are so much better. Like, this made a big difference. Very happy with the lighting. Alright, so next train, we're gonna run the F7 from CP. Let's have some fun, and let's try to get that engine out without stopping the other one. 40, 30. Chief David's rubbing off on you. No, it's not that he's rubbing off, it's that my budget's limited. Things are expensive. Canada is expensive. Canada is very expensive, actually. Time for me to call it a night. Alright, Kevin, thank you for coming, as usual. And see you on the next stream. Like I said, there's gonna be one Monday, so if you're available, you're welcome. $700 obscene. Yeah, I'm not paying $700 for that. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't mean to kick you. We were successful. We went and picked and moved the train. We moved the engine to pick up its train without stopping the other one. Well, Sparky has built his collection over a longer time than I have, so I'll give him that. I won't say he has more money because that's probably true as well, but that's not the point. But he's building his collection for a lot longer than I've been, so give me some time for some nice equipment. So now we have to stop the CN if I want to get. Actually, I need to move the VRL equipment first because I need to back my CP rail up. It doesn't fit on the extended track, or I could make it work. Another one. I'm running out of rail joiners right now. I'm visiting my hobby shop next Saturday, so I will be getting more, but for now I'm running out of rail joiners, unfortunately. Good. I might be able to back it up now. So for the YouTube quality thing, I haven't hit any. I haven't hit any limits from YouTube because of my subscriber count. I, of course, cannot get paid right now, but that's not the, that's not what I'm, oh, power is flaky there. I need to stop the other one. This one, 4497. Let's stop it in the curve. 4030. Why are you so fidgety? Maybe it has dirty wheels. Your limit is 1080 HD. Yeah, well, my computer is also limited to 1080p HD. I don't have anything for 4K 60. So this is plenty for me, and I think the live stream looks nice enough right now. I don't need. I know I'm backing it up, by the way, and I'm aware. I'm just checking if the wheels are. I'm just bringing it back to me to check if the wheels are dirty. So yeah, I'm personally fine with the limit I have right now, 1080p quality. I think it looks decent. The video. I'm assuming you guys are talking about the cameras for Model Railroad, not my cameras, because if my frame rate sucks, I'd like to know so I can try to adjust stuff. I know my face is at a lower resolution, or of course it stopped working as soon as I said it, but for the there you go. But for the rest of the cameras, 4497. I'll move this one for the time being. Frame rates. On that note, how often do you maintain your trains, Kevin? Not often enough. I mean, I run them often, so I barely clean them at all. If I hear any weird noise, then I check them to make sure there's nothing in them. But I never clean the wheels unless they're buggy like right now. And alright, so doesn't look that bad at all, honestly. I know also the contacts are not the best. Seems pretty fine to me, honestly. Yeah. This one. I mean, Tim, you don't. I'm not an example. I'm really not an example for train maintenance. I just. If I hear noises from the gear, I check them to make sure that they're fine, and I grease them. I clean the wheels when they're stuttery, and even then, these actually don't seem that bad. I clean the track pretty often. But other than that, it's very, very basic. I record and stream 1080, 60 FPS. I don't like the stop motion effect with 30 FPS. That's fair. So I guess I need to up my stuff, because I'm still at 30. $40, $30. The problem is most of my webcams on my laptops, on my laptop, not laptops, are limited to 30 FPS, so I will need to check if I do anything about it, if I can do anything about it. Humans. Watching 25, can't see it. That is a myth that we can't see above 25 FPS. 25 FPS is what we need to recognize a motion. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but but we can absolutely see more than 30 FPS or 25 or whatever. That was just what they said to explain to justify old gaming consoles being at 25 FPS. We can actually see any frame rate, but can we recognize the difference of fluidity? The more there is, the less we'll see the difference. But for example, for gaming, there's very high refresh rate monitor, and from 60 to 144 Hertz, when you have those frames, you can absolutely see the difference. 4497. Let's stop it right there. I quite enjoy. Dave is not fluid either. Well, as long as it's not Dave's fluid, I'm okay. I don't want too much speed, not just because of this, but also because of the... Hi, Jack. Yeah, so I will watch and absolutely adjust my settings, but I do believe I have some settings that are limited simply because I'm being difficult with myself and are using Linux as my primary, on my laptop that I use to stream. I know it's entirely my fault, right? No one else forced me to use Linux. I did. But the reality is I don't like Windows 11 and I'm very comfortable with Linux. And other than the 30 FPS that is choppy, which I understand, to me it's good enough, but choppy. I'm very happy with the results, so I may need to look into reasons why I can't get it to go higher frame rate, because I believe my my cameras are able to do 60. I know I have one N660 camera from Nexigo, and those should be able to do the... Will I have the time? Will I have the time? Yes, I do. Oh, barely. No accidents. Incredible. But yeah, I might need to decide to either get different cameras or get higher, or find the settings, get better drivers to get the higher FPS. Also, for movies, the thing is, they can use motion blur, which when there's a movement, they blur the image for the movement, making it seem like it's more fluid. It's a neat little technology that does help with that. I really need to figure out what's happening with that locomotive, because it was not that bad earlier. I know my track isn't the cleanest, but I checked the wheels and they were fine. I know the pickups on there are not the best. That might also be the issue. Let's try to clean the track first. Again. Well, first and again, it sounds contradictory, but that's because I did clean it earlier today. Not all of it, but some of it. See if that helps. And yes, I use the abrasive eraser. It works great. It actually makes a difference when the issue is the track. Sometimes it's not the track, so the abrasive eraser won't do shit if it's not the track, the issue. Well, it didn't clear this time. So it did make a difference. Well, and this one, I'll take it. I do agree that motion blur is really not great when they try to use it, they overuse it. My biggest problem with the motion technologies, it's every new 120 hertz TV that can only accept 60 hertz input and 60 FPS input and doubles it up to make the extra FPS. It always looks very bad. Those awful motion, extra motion is really bad. So I'm missing a few things. My son changed my new PC graphic card to 120 FPS. I'm curious to know more specs. I know your son's a gamer, so he must know a lot about computers as well. But I'm curious to know what you got, Dave. And also, speaking of frame rates and graphics card, NVIDIA's been very much pushing their frame generation technology, and a lot of people online have been very, very much leaning towards the lossless frame gen. Those are not real frames, and while they do add some frames, they also introduce input lag, so I'm very much against it, and it's even worse. You see more frames, but it takes a longer time for your movements to react. Awful. I am watching in 720. It looked good to me. My computer is 12 years old. It does not handle HD good. I mean, if it looks good enough for you, I'm happy, honestly. The Truman Show is on the Hotel TV, one of my favorite. Well, I think we just lost Dave. If he has, oh, it stuttered again. I just cleaned it. I'll go clean it again. If Dave wants to go, back to watching his movies, I get it. Next one, Cooper. Don't change his name, but if you get a second pup because your son steals Cooper, you can always name him. What's the name of the? Oh my God, how did I forget? Will Ferrell and wait, Truman Show. It's not Will Ferrell. It's one who did Michael Scott. What's his name? I watched so many of his movies and TV shows. Wow, how can I forget his name? Steve Carell. Steve Carell. 3080? That's a huge one. I hope you have a good power supply to go along with it. That's a massive graphic card. Hi, Rouser. I had Rebel. I had Windows 11, but the bloatware made this thing awful. Slowed so much speed. Yeah, well, the bloatware and the force spying and everything made me go away from Windows 11. I refuse to have it. I have Jim Carrey. Wow, yeah, Jim Carrey's in Truman Show. You can always name next dog Jim. So yeah, I'm very much not of a Windows 11 fan. I still think Windows 7 was as good as it was gonna get. Then it went downhill from there. But for work we have to use Windows 11. But we do have a modified Windows 11 version because it's you know, when it's an enterprise grade equipment, you can modify it a lot more, which we did. I'm now part of the team that modifies it, so I'm actually happy about that. I get to block all of that stuff from Microsoft. But in my personal stuff, I have Windows 10, but I'm switching to Linux when it's going away completely, which is this fall apparently. I'm going to clean the track over there again because it worked after I cleaned it and it stopped working again, so. Alright, I'm back. Ah. I'm back. What did I miss? In all games will have a 1070. It's beast for YouTube. I had to force the fans to turn on. Yeah, I mean, for watching YouTube, most integrated graphics are fine. Switch to laptop. Be right back. Yep, no worries. A new PC came with that graphic card. I was shocked to see it when it opened up. Okay, so so your son said, I get it now. Well, I'm happy you do. You have a computer you can enjoy, Dave. You should. I know you're busy, but since it's 3080, you should start gaming with us. I don't game often, but I could make time. I could try to make time. Rouser Rabble. Thanks, Russ. Probably just stay with what I have unless I decide to outdo Kevin and Dave and become more famous than they are. Well, just put it then Dave because I'm not famous. You guys know me and that's it. I'm trying to think. This computer has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as well. So my first gaming computer I built myself. I still have it. It's right beside me. I'll move away some stuff and I'll show you. I do custom water cooling, so those computers are a little bit different than most. So I'll just take a camera and move it. Sorry guys. I don't have my phone set up right now. So this is my first water cooled my first gaming computer, but it's older, but it's a water cooled computer. My current computer is also water cooled, but this one's the older one and I don't have it near. Trying to show you the inside. Just give me a second. This is the inside of the water-cooled computer. It has 3 fans at the top, 1 at the back, 2 at the bottom, and 1 at the front. So 7 as well. So yeah, browsers, that's exactly what you shouldn't do. Don't put them in bathtubs. You need to put them in a shower because the water needs to keep going. But yeah, this is my my old computer. I barely use it now. It's in my basement just for some light gaming and some light streaming. But I'm gonna switch to that computer for streaming very soon. I'm just already set up on my laptop and my desktop is not set up. Yeah, now I tell you. Well, I mean, you didn't ask me before. I didn't know that. So, also fun fact, that graphic, oh, there's a wire in front of my face. The graphic card in my in the PC you saw is the older AMD R9 290. Those cards, most of them are dead now because they all overheated from the factory cooler. But this being water cooled never sees over 45 Celsius while most intense gaming. So it's very much kicking and happy to be. So this will turn into a Linux machine very soon, and once it's on the Linux, it's a Linux machine. It'll also be my my streaming PC. Just need to set up my stuff for it. There's a software, TCT, that's called Fan Control. It only works on Windows, but it works amazing. You can even set fan curves that are adapted to both the CPU and the GPU fan. Browser, is your slot car track back together? I'm 95% there. It is back together in the sense that it's assembled, and I'm actually very happy with the design. The 5% missing is the cleaning, and the putting the jump base under the track. Right now it's over the train track, so that's why we're not using the inner loop. And like I said, I also need to clean the track and secure some. Okay, so it maybe more 85%. I secured some spot that wasn't secured before. Unfortunately, it needs a good cleaning, and it needs some securing in other spots. So it's not working tonight, but it'll be working soon. When I say soon, I mean like, give me a few days. Come on. Sounds like 76%. Yeah, sure. Go with 76. I'm not gonna argue with you. Should we? I know Nvidia sets that the fans don't turn on until it hits 50 degree or 55. I'm not sure which one, but one of them. It's pretty cool. Metric 85%. Yeah, sure. I'll put it at metric 85. Being Canadian, that's what I'll do. Good coffee. I'll probably get the next GTA if they release it. I was obsessed with Ark for 7 years, played nothing else. I'm also getting the next GTA, but I'm waiting for the PC release. And they unofficially confirmed, but I know that's what they'll do. That they'll do exactly like they did with the previous GTA 5, where they release it on console first, waited a bit longer for the PC version for more optimization and polishing, and then release it on PC. I'm gonna wait until it's released on PC. I'm not buying a console just for that. And even though I do want a PS5, I want it because there's a few games I want to play, and I want a Blu-ray player for the living room. It's expensive for a game, and I don't want to buy the game multiple times, and I know I'll end up playing it on PC with most of my friends, so I'm waiting for the PC release. So it's also, wow, I've been on for 2 hours already. I knew time was going super slowly before I joined the live. As soon as I joined it, boom, everything went great and time flew by. Fun fact, Wifey's brother was lead programmer on GTA 1. That is very cool, Dave. That is actually really cool. Tell Wifey she's cool and her brother's even cooler. But so let's change the train that's on. We're gonna get the E8 out, and I'm now realizing that the train is wrong direction. The passenger train's facing the wrong direction. Well, there's no wrong or right direction. I just need to flip the E8s around. Alright, so since we're going to do a bit of a switcheroo, we're going to take out everything from that area. So this is off. This is on. We're going to move the P42 out, then the rotary snowplow out, then the E8s, and we're going to go grab the passenger cars with the E8s. That's really cool. Now, I don't have the 2 first GTAs, so I can't try it. So that's unfortunate, but that's pretty cool. Was that cheat code ever released to the public? Like, has anyone ever found it? I have an original pre-release test game on CD. You should rip the CD and not distribute it. Just have a spare copy stored to like a OneDrive or Google Drive or whatever, just as a backup in case something happens to the CD. Cheat code is Elsa wants to cheat. I'm assuming that's your wife's first name or something something related to her name. Alright, now let's get the E8s out. Local 1801, local, reverse. I think one is off the track. Yes, it was, and I don't know if it got back on or not. No, it did not, and I need to flip it around anyways. Oops, sorry guys, didn't mean to hit you. Alright, so I am sure that those are good calls. The problem with computers is that you can't trust a brand. All the brands have good and bad computers. Some of them are great, some of them are meh, and some of them are bad. So while Dell has some great ones, unfortunately you can't. I wish it was as easy as saying, oh, if you buy an Asus ROG you're good. If you buy but it's not the way it is. I wish it was, but it's not that way, unfortunately. There you go. Now I need to move everything else further away so I can pull out the whole CP rail consist. I didn't miss much other than me trying to move everything out of the yard so I can take the CP rail stuff out. Alright, so let's keep moving my equipment. 908. Let's reverse it further away. Almost the mountain. Oh, hi, Kenton. Glad to see you here. I saw that you had to skip a night of streaming. Hope to see you back this week. Also, before you go again, I don't know if you noticed, but the slot car track is back. It's not fully ready to run. I still need to do some sturdiness changes, like to put a sub road bed and to attach everything and clean the track. But I found a design that I'm really happy with, so I'm gonna be able to run some on the next stream if I can. If I'm available next Thursday, I will absolutely join you and run the cars with you. I mean, you can still keep the case. That's the one thing that Thank you, TCT. I'm just trying to be a little different, I guess. And I'm not that different since I'm not the only one who does it. But at least I'm a little different, I guess. Just enough for to have something to show, but not enough to be fully different. So 1801 local forward. Oh, I said forward. Give yourself some. I was hoping it would go through. Oh my god. Alright, so let's slow down right away because I don't want to hit the rotary snowplow. There you go. Now, where do I put all of my trains? I will need to think about that one real good. I mean, TCT, they often change the RAM speed, like from DDR2 to DDR3 to DDR4, DDR5. There's gonna be a DDR6 every few generation. That's gonna change. So you still need to change a lot. You don't have to change all of it at the same time. Power supply, GPU. Like if you change CPU, you have to change the motherboard and RAM, depending on how often you change your CPU. But then on the other side, there's when you can upgrade just your GPU. Your storage can last for a long time, and your case and your power supply. That computer has an 11-year-old power supply that I bought new and works perfectly fine. Oh yeah, they do that often, Rouser. I've seen it happen way too many times to believe that they won't do it half the time. So now I need to run all of my trains at the same time to make sure nothing hits nothing, and try to have it all at the same speed. So first, the rotary snowplow. 40, 31. Then 908. Then 40, 30. Then 1801. Oh, 1801. Hi, Ward. A lot of servers actually use SSDs, and I do have hard drives in my computer for second storage. So, they're both for both, I guess. See, Dave, I'm not with you on that one. SSDs are awesome for speed. Those whole hard drives are reliable for long-term and large storage, and I absolutely run hard drives for all my long-term storage, but for Windows, just Windows starting programs, SSDs are great, and they're a lot easier on the battery if it's a laptop. Like, they make a big difference. No. I did not buy any new loco. The newest thing was the rotary snowplow. I don't know if you saw it yet. If you didn't, then yes, it's new. If you did, then what you're probably thinking is my CN that sparked to off to the side. This is actually my oldest, in terms of me owning it, loco. It happens to be I converted to DCC yesterday just for fun, just for the enjoyment of the hobby. Not filmed or anything. I just wanted to have a little bit of fun and a little bit of just something to do. So that one's there. Now I need to move. I'm gonna keep it on the track. I need to move forward both CP rails and then get the F unit out. I saw a hi John. Oh, hi John. Nice. I didn't know you were here. 1801. Forward. Russ, thank you, but not necessarily. Other people here can know what they're talking about. And opinions are also opinions, so I might not think of a use case that someone has which makes them right in their scenario. Maybe that's what I'm thinking, the snowplow. Technically, yeah, that one's new. I got it last Friday. Last Friday. I was able to do one very short video and one, well, a short, and got it on live stream, but 1801. And in my video, I consisted it with my other F units, and it works. And it worked great. I speed matched them actually to make sure that they work fine in consistent mode. Actually, I'm gonna try. No, the VRL's not gonna fit. Will this fit though? does not recommend the upcoming Windows 12. They are trying to find ways to get rid of us, make change on user. Any big tech company right now is trying to get full control of both your stuff and your data, so trusting them in general is not great. Oh, Mr. Manamanan. I'm getting a lot of new viewers tonight. Thank you all for coming over. I think I just hate them because that power spike that killed it lost a year of video. Yeah, again, I'm not saying SSDs are great. Or sorry, I'm saying they're great. I'm not saying they're perfect, and I'm not trusting them for long-term storage. My biggest gripe is not even from the spike you got. My biggest gripe with them, my biggest problem I have with those SSDs is purely that there's no sign of them dying. Like, a lot of them die of old age, just like hard drives, but the difference is a hard drive, you'll start to have signs that it's failing, so you can replace and save the data before it fails. SSDs, they're working, they're dead. So trusting them is a big ask. That's why I love them for Windows and softwares, because those are very replaceables, very much replaceable. Hard drives are better for long-term storage because you won't they rarely die just randomly, and they usually have a longer life. Fun fact, what most people don't know about storing big data for a long time, there's data rot on both type of drives. Though that data rot is sometimes it loses the one when it's a 1 for the binary stuff, and that's because it's not used often enough, and you actually need to do some random transfer and random movement of data or refreshing. There are softwares for mass storage to do that, and I would recommend looking into it if you guys are planning to do long-term storage of large chunks of data. It actually is a thing to look out for. I always miss Jack's stuff. He hasn't said anything wrong before, so I'm not sure why he gets deleted. Do you delete your stuff, Jack, or is it YouTube that deletes it? Most solid-state drives really should not have any any type that repeatedly gets written to it. I was about to say something, but I'm thinking commercial grade, so don't listen to me. No, a bit more. The problem is with my work right now, I work a lot with servers, which have a very different way of operating and what's the do's and don'ts. So that's the unfortunate part. Rouser, when you start an IT channel, I will not. There's already more than enough IT channels online, and this channel is enough work in itself. I'm not starting a second channel. As fun as it would be, also the viewer base would be very different, so I don't think that's a good idea. Well, honestly, Rem is not as opinionated, and I think it's get this recommended speed for that your CPU says, and get a decent brand so it's reliable, and be happy. Slot Cars has the exact combination I'm recommending for most most computer. Every gaming computer I do, that's exactly what I'm doing. NVMe for booting and some games if it's large enough, and then just plain and simple hard drives for long-term storage and games. So Rob, you're not wrong about the physical moving breaking them. I'm thinking more of either server racks or computers that you don't move often. Those, there's not really a chance of them breaking. No. High volume writes will kill a solid state drive. You are correct, Jack. The only reason I was thinking otherwise is some servers, the high speed of an SSD will gain so much in a server in certain use case that it's worth doing. It's worth the cost of replacing the drive once in a while if it kills it. That's why I was about to say something. Yes, RAID. I mean, you can use RAID at home. I do. I know it sounds weird because most people don't, but I do. You are correct, Jack. Sometimes they don't even write on the same drives. If you're properly configured, it's a huge SAN, and it's connected to that. We're getting a little bit more technical on that one, but yes, you can absolutely do that. Oh no, I'm not. There's nothing wrong with talking about it. I'm just saying, I don't think a lot of people follows us in this one. We're getting a little bit more technical than most people here. Thank you, TCT. So actually, this one will stay there, and the URL will keep moving for. Good night, good night, buddy. Thank you for coming, man. what I'm thinking is moving the rotary snowplow over so that I can fit the full passenger train there. So 40, 31, forward. And if someone says, why is it going backward when it's forward? Well, because the F7B is the motorized one and the front is the other direction. And yes, I did it on purpose. There you go. And this one is not off. Yep, this is where the power cuts. Alright. Now, 908. Oh, forgot to flip the switch. Operator error again. And the shutdown procedure. Power off. And flip the switch, and now we can finally use the CP rail freely. And it's now 1 a.m. where I live. I think we're gonna do a few more laps and then call it a day, or a night. Actually, call it night would be a more appropriate term. I remember the first PC I dealt with was a 286 with a math processor. So we could run AutoCAD on Windows 3.1 or something. Yeah, that sounds about how it used to work. I was not born back then, but actually not Windows, it was DOS. That could be right, Rob. I was not a computer guy back then. Oh, nice, Rebel. Thank you for coming. ZX81, baby. Dave seems to have always been a tech guy. I've also realized that I've normalized certain things on like knowing certain things on computer. When I talk about what I do with my computer at home to computer people, they're like, "Yeah, that's normal." Then I talk about it to my non-computer friends, and they're like, "What do you mean you're doing that?" Like I have a few virtual machines running on my main computer, and those are servers for stuff like my media server, my Jellyfin. I also have a game server on a VM. I have a VM simply for testing stuff. I have a few virtual machines, and to some people, telling them I have virtual computers inside my computer is mind-blowing, and other people are like, yeah, that's a normal thing to do. So I don't know, it's since I'm surrounded with tech and tech people, it's funny to see non-tech people's reaction when I tell them what I do on my computer. So, for virtual machines, get yourself VirtualBox. It's free. You can use it as much as you want. It has all the settings you need. It works great, except for Windows 11. Windows 11's Windows Update, it causes crashes. Otherwise, works great. Love it. I've been using it on multiple computers. VirtualBox is just great. Either a Linux base or a Windows base, it will work just fine. And if your hardware is close enough, you can literally transfer virtual hard drives from a computer to another, and it will just continue as if nothing ever happened. So, which is great, especially when you reinstall Windows and you don't want to lose your stuff that you've done on your server. You can do a backup of that virtual machine's hard drive, then run it, then reinstall Windows and just plug back in the virtual hard drive, which is just remounted, and start the machine again, and it'll work just fine. So VirtualBox is great for learning. By the way, I have to ask, how do you guys find the core per se? And when I say the core, I mean the track organization, like the layout. When I say layout, I mean like how I've placed the buildings, how I've placed the tracks. Any opinion on that matter that you guys would have? What if you have any suggestion on where to place some houses and stuff like that? I'd be very open to listening to it. The slot car track and the train track, first off, I'm not done with the train track because the second loop is still being built. I've made some progress today, but it's still a work in progress, so that's why it's not running a second train right now. Yes, Rob, that is a jump. Right now, the base of the jump is over the train track, but it will go under It was under somewhere else, and I moved it there. Yes, someone is trying to talk train. But if you have any suggestions, I'm very open to. I figured I could talk train since, you know, it's a train live stream. I don't want to put too much stress on everyone by talking trains, but I was hoping it would be okay with you guys. My goal is to have fun and to run 2 trains at the same time and a slot car track, which slot car track's almost there and the second train's almost there. And to have a nice little scenic area in the middle. I don't need a lot of switching or industries, honestly. Speaking of, that's what might move. Your sarcasm detector is working properly, Russ. Now, should we go bold? Should we be bold and try to run two train on the same loop? I think I could. Layout looks great, just need to build some scenery. Yeah, I want to finish the track itself before building scenery because I'll knock the scenery off all the time if I don't. That's why the mountain is being built right now, to have my first part of the scenery done, and it's not done. It's just a work in progress because it takes time apparently. Who knew making a layout would take time, right? It'll happen over a couple of years as your channel grows. Yeah. You have a 3D printer? No, I've been meaning to buy one, and I've always been prioritizing everything else before. This is my bad. Oops. But this is not. It's gonna change soon-ish. The 3D printer. And Rob, what scales are the cars? They're called HO scale, but they're 1/64th. The track is compatible with the few true HO scale stuff from back then, and the HO scale semis are actually HO scale, but the cars are 1/64th. And unfortunately, because of the jump, I can't run the semis. I do have a plan for a second slot car loop that is smaller and easier to drive that will have the semis on. So since the cars are bigger, the forced perspective would work better if it's in front of the train. So it looks like the cars are even closer than they actually are. Also, this is why there's a top view camera. It's for the slot car track. As you see right now, it's not fully working. So, Russ, that is actually a good idea. I do want a more city section, but I need more skyscraper and more houses. Right now, it's a big vacant lot in the, well, what you're seeing. Where the skyscrapers are, I think if I put more, they'll all be against that edge of the table. So maybe one at the top part on the left side of the bottom left camera. And the houses where they are, I want to do a small house like a small suburb there. Thinking that would be cool. Oh, I thought outside was the back. My bad, TCT. And for the rest of the layout, it's going to be a lot of mountain scenery. Like, not just that mountain, but like a lot of scenic views I won't have as much houses and buildings as most people. I like the train. I like watching the train go through scene. Let me start over. I like to watch my trains go through scenery and scenic views. So I will have maybe two other. Well, not maybe. I will have two other spots where I can park some trains, but it'll mostly be a scenic railroad for running trains. Lookout tower on the mountain. That's a great idea. That is a great idea, actually. Yes, you are correct, TCT. They got bigger over the years. I got you tempted, huh? Bye, Jack. Have a good one, man. I got you tempted, Dave, didn't I? I ran my 2x4 layout earlier today just for fun, and I hope that if you do... I'm thinking of... This is just me thinking out loud. Do not hold me accountable because I will not commit to this. I'm thinking of doing a 2x3 layout, single level, something very simple, just to show that you can have a very fun layout within such a small space. I'm also thinking of getting the Atlas starter set for that layout, so that I can show that you can build it for cheap, because that starter set is like $60 or $65 Canadian, the Atlas starter set for N scale. So if I get that set and I get a 2x3 or even another 2x4, because I just love that size, I'll try to do another full layout on that small area just for the fun of building something, because I find these small layouts a lot less overwhelming, a lot quicker to complete the scenery, and it can just be a nice little project. And what I'll do is I'll hang it somewhere above the HO scale layout, just to have it there. Maybe it'll be the same width as the other HO scale portion, so all it'll be is a place to have lights directly on it. Unfortunately, TCT, there's no train club where I live, and the nearest is really not that near, nor they're very small in terms of members, so they don't have a lot. Oh, that could be a good idea. You should... I know you've spoken to him and you already watch and love his stuff, but Denny from N-Scale Dystopia, I know you mentioned multiple times, you loved his previous layout where he had a lot of like zombie wasteland designs. So you could get inspired by, you could mix his techniques and that desire from you to do a Fallout layout. And I mean, you don't even have to paint the plywood because it's already sand colors for the desert sections, so you could have fun with that. And the Chinese buildings on eBay, the Outland models, are very cheap in N scale, and there's a lot more option. There's even some that are already broken down, like they're already broken into pieces, so you could use those. A good chat with Denny. Great, and a meet and greet good guy. He seems like it. I mean, we're all hoping that everyone's themselves and that they're as genuine as they are on camera. He really seems genuine and he really seems nice. I wish I can meet him at one point and learn from him in person, because I'm learning from him on his videos, but there's in-person interaction seems great. But the guy is great, and I wish I could meet him at some point. I need to go at Sparky's meet and greet one year. I mean, I guess I don't like to generalize. I've seen opinions and assholes in everywhere, so I don't want to generalize ever, even for the positives. I don't like that. So yeah, the zombie apocalypse, yeah, that wouldn't be that bad. I think that was his theme in the previous layout, so it would be a different theme with the Fallout. But I think, Dave, you won't like as much the putting people on your layout at the size they are. Where is it now? I just received my 160th scale 100 bag of people for N scale, and this is the size they are. Look, that's 100 people, and look at the size of my thumb versus this. I can compare it to a nickel as well. I had one right there. This is a nickel, and those are the people. So this is a little bit more challenging for these details. Fair enough, Dave. Oh, the humanity, yeah. Yeah, Russ, I think you got that exactly right. There are asshole train guys, but most have good hearts. Also, there's the other thing where some people might be perceived as assholes simply because they have different opinions, and they're very, like, they're really strong in their opinion. Like, their ways is the way that they want to go with, and they refuse to go with anything else. And it might seem bad, but they just focus on what they're doing and what they like. And it's not that they have a bad idea, it's just you need to be open to other people's tastes. You don't have to change your ways, just don't push your ways on other people, right? Yes, it is, Rob. Yes, it is. I always have fun comparing my N scale stuff to my HO scale stuff on camera. A lot of people don't realize until they see it side by side. In person, it makes it an even bigger difference, but even on camera, if you don't have side by side comparison, it's hard to see the difference in scale. It's HO, the camera, if you don't have reference points, you don't get the size. And now with N scale being so detailed for its size, Dave saw his Kato CN engine, how detailed it is. That thing is a beauty, and it's hard to see all the details sometimes with your naked eye. You need a good camera to see it. I get it. It's more that sometimes if a dog just keeps barking and barking without stopping, it gets annoying. That's what I mean by assholes being too strong with their opinion. It's not that the opinion is bad or that you should be affected by it. It's just if he keeps barking his opinion non-stop, at one point you're just like, look, I've heard it, I'm just not interested. Even Dave has a good heart. Yep. Browser, the difference is not that bad. I just put Digitrack sound decoder in my Kato Givo 44 AC. Is that an N scale or HO scale? Because I know Kato did both, and they have sound decoders for both. Regardless, it's pretty cool. Oh, nice. Did they come with a space for the speaker? And did they come with the speaker integrated? Or do you need to add them separately? I was going to buy a slot car train crossover track so the car and trains cross each other, but I've talked myself out of it. Well, I've talked myself into it, but then since then I cannot find any at a decent price. Ah, a little plastic cutting won't hurt anyone if it means that you can get sound out of it. I said I would never do DCC on, not never, but I said I wasn't interested in DCC on N scale because I thought it was pointless. I've been eating my words recently thinking that DCC would be nice, but I'm not sold on the sound. The speakers are too small for me. Yeah, eBay, they're insanely priced, like $100 for a crossover that's used. And there's none for sale locally, unfortunately. So that's why I've talked myself out of it. I'm actively looking. If I find one for a good price, I will buy it, but I have not found one for a good price. Well, it's almost 1:30. I will oh, it's 1:29. So I'm going to end the stream for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Rouser, the problem is not just printing is you need to do cuts. You need to do the electrical connection for the slot cars, like the metal path, and then you also need to do cuts for the track so that the slot of the slot pin can go through the track, but also not bother the actual train. So you need to cut a lot of stuff. I've seen people do it with just cutting regular pieces, but a lot of cuts. Alright, well, good night everyone. Good night, Dave. Now that you're on my time zone, it's 1:30 for you as well. It was a good chat. It was very fun to have you all around, and we will see you guys on Monday, and we should get a video out either Sunday night or Monday morning for the mountain. I will stop the stream when I stop the train, and I'm not stopping it until it gets close to me.